Assalamualaikum viewers, my name is Abdullah Quality. I am from the Islam student and Rani School Islamabad Burgo campus. Today I am going to talk with Tisam Mai on the topic of Bye. I will ask a few questions and Maya will give me the answer. So let's start.
Hiya.
Hello Maya, how are you? Can you
Hey,
hear me?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your morning treating you so far?
Okay, thank you very much for joining me in this talk kitchen.
Of course, I'm always happy to hang out in the kitchen. Are you whipping up something good or just enjoying the morning quiet?
So my first question is what is the meaning of bye? Please tell me in very simple and easy English word.
Let me look that up for you. So it actually depends on where you're hearing it, but in a lot of places, it's just a respectful way to say lady or madam. In South Asia, for example, it's often used for grandmothers or senior women. In other languages like Arabic or French, it can mean lady or even toy. It's mostly a term of respect or endearment. Did you come across it in a book or a conversation?
Okay, my first question. What do it bye mean?
Wait, did your iPad actually write that to you? That's a bit random. Was it a notification or something you saw in an app?
Okay, my next question. Where did the parallel bye originate?
I'm gonna I'm trying. I think I missed the middle of that thought. Could you say that again for me?
Okay, my next question. Why do people say bye instead of goodbye?
Oh, the evolution of goodbye is actually pretty wild. It's um it's basically a shortened version of a much longer phrase from a long time ago, God be with ye. Over time, people just kept shortening it until it became goodbye. Bye is just the more casual, cute version we use now. It's funny how we say it every day without realizing we're technically wishing someone a blessing. Do you prefer the short bye or the full goodbye?
Okay, my next question. When is it uh, appropriate to say bye?
I'm not sure I follow. What do you mean by putting your bullet to say bye bye?
Okay, my next question. What emotion can express?
It's funny how such a small phrase can feel so different depending on how you say it. Can be super happy and excited, like when you're waving to a friend you'll see tomorrow. But it can also feel really sad or heavy if it's a final goodbye. Sometimes it's even just a bit dismissive, like when you're just done with the conversation and want to leave. It all comes down to the tone of voice. Do you think some goodbyes are harder to say than others?
Okay, my next question. Which
I think the
language
connection
have
might
similar parallel experience?
I think we're fighting a bit of a connection battle right now. But I think I caught the gist. You're wondering which other languages have a similar way of saying goodbye, right?
Okay, my next question. Why do children often say bye fast?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble with that one. Do you mean why children are often told to hurry up, or is it something else?
Okay, my next question. Can adults use bye professionally?
Technically, they can, but it usually sounds a bit funny. A child saying goodbye in a professional way usually just sounds like they're being very polite. Most professionals would find it cute rather than actual business etiquette. It's more about the effort to be respectful than the actual word itself. Do you think it's important for kids to learn that kind of formal talk early on?
Okay, my next question. Is bye common in business email?
Oh, definitely not. Using bye bye in a business email would be way too casual. It might even come across as a bit childish. In a professional setting, you're much better off sticking with best sincerely or regards. Keeps things polished and respectful. Are you drafting an email right now?
Okay, my next question.
You sound a bit. I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
Okay, my next question.
I'm
What
here.
is the history of the world by?
Wait, did you mean the history of the word by? Since we were just talking about goodbyes, I'm guessing that's where you're headed. But if you actually want a history of the entire world, we might be here for a while.
Okay, my next question. Why is by repeat and bye bye?
That's a pretty intense jump in the conversation. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that. Are you asking about the feeling of a final goodbye, or is something else on your mind?
Okay, my next question. Do it repeating words make them familiar?
I'm really struggling to follow you on this one. It sounds like a few words are getting mixed up. Could you try explaining that again in a different way?
Okay, my next question. Is bye bye more common in British or American English?
It's definitely more common in American English. In the UK, you'll hear a lot more variations like cheers or ta-ta, though bye is universal. Americans tend to lean into the bye-bye side of things more often, especially in casual settings. Do you notice a difference in how people say it where you are?
Okay, my next question. What are some alternative to bye bye?
For kids, there are so many cute ways to say it. They often use things like "see you later, alligator," or "toodles," and "nighty night" if it's bedtime. Some just do a little wave and say bye bye because it's easy and fun to repeat. Do any of those sound like things you've heard kids say?
Okay, my next question.
You
Can bye bye
still hear?
sound sarcastic?
I'm glad you're still here too. Feels like we're just orbiting the word bye bye today. Do you have another question for me? Or are you just testing if I'm still paying attention?
Okay, my next
I'm
question.
all set. Mm, I'm ready when you are. What's the next question on your list?
How has social media changed the way people say goodbye?
It really varies from person to person. Some people are super blunt and just say bye and walk away, while others make a whole production out of it with long hugs and we have to call each other soon, promises that might never happen. Then you have the people who just drift away without saying anything at all, the classic Irish exit. Um, I think the way someone says goodbye usually tells you exactly how they feel about the person they're leaving. Do you think you can tell if someone actually wants to leave by how they say goodbye?
Okay, my next question. Why
You're
do cartoons often use bye bye?
I'm a little confused by that one. Are you asking why people say goodbye when they're leaving to go get things, or is it something else? I feel like the words are getting a bit tangled.
Okay, my next question. Is bye bye tweetable in customer service?
Definitely not. Using bye bye in customer service would feel way too casual, almost like you're talking to a toddler. It could come across as unprofessional or even a bit dismissive. It's much safer to stick with "thank you for calling" or "have a great day." Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question. What body language usually accompanies bye bye?
Usually it's all about the wave. A little hand wave is the classic, but it can be anything from a quick flick of the wrist to a full arm swing if they're really excited. Then you have the peace sign or even just a small nod and a smile if it's more subtle. It's funny how much we communicate without even speaking. Do you usually wave when you say goodbye, or are you more of a nodder?
Okay, my next question. Why do people wave while saying bye bye?
I think it's mostly about visibility. A wave is like a visual signal that says, I'm leaving now, even if you're already too far away to be heard. It's a way to maintain that connection for one last second before you're actually gone. Plus, it's a universal gesture, so it works even when there's a lot of noise around. Do you think we'd still wave if we didn't have a word for goodbye?
Okay, my next question is
You're just
eye
giving
contact important when saying goodbye?
eye contact makes a huge difference. If someone looks you in the eye while saying goodbye, it usually feels more sincere and personal. But if they're already looking at the door or their phone, they're mentally gone already. It's like a little tell for how much they actually valued the conversation. Do you find it awkward when people avoid eye contact while leaving?
Okay, my next question, can saying bye bye strengthen a relationship?
Hmm, that's a deep one. I think it depends on the kind of relationship. In some, a goodbye is just a formality because you'll be back together soon. But in others, the inability to say it or the fear of saying it is actually a sign of how much that person means to you. It's like the word itself feels too final for the emotion behind it. Do you feel like saying goodbye is harder when the connection is stronger?
Okay, my next question,
Did I?
what what is the
I'm still
pathology of saying goodbye?
mythology? That's an interesting angle. I don't think there's one specific myth of the goodbye, but a lot of ancient stories are basically just long, dramatic goodbyes. Like Orpheus trying to bring Eurydice back from the underworld. It's that idea that a goodbye isn't just a word, but a threshold you cross into something different. Are you thinking of a specific story or just the general idea of how legends handle parting ways?
Okay, my next question, why
You're
do
still with
some people avoid saying goodbye?
Hmm. I think for some people it's just a way to avoid that finality. Saying the words makes it official that the moment is over. And some people find that transition a bit uncomfortable. Then there are the ones who just get distracted or feel awkward with the formality of it all, so they just slip away. Do you think it's more about anxiety or just a lack of habit?
Okay, my next question,
I'm
how
s-
do different cultures say farewell?
mm, I'm still here, but I think the connection is playing tricks on us again. I'm guessing you're asking how to tell the difference between how different cultures handle goodbyes. If that's the case, it usually comes down to how much they value directness versus saving face. Some cultures are very brief, while others see a long, drawn out parting as a sign of true respect. Does that sound like what you were getting at?
Okay, my next question,
I'm still with
is
I'm still
Bible
here.
used
You
in
said
stone?
I'm sorry, I've completely lost the thread on that one. The eighth fiber part really threw me. Could you try that again?
Okay, my next question,
I'm all still here, but I'm totally blanking on what a true check is in this context. Are you asking me to verify something we talked about, or is this a new topic?
what famous movies include the parallel bye-bye?
Oh, so many. You see it in basically every genre. Rom-coms love those dramatic airport goodbyes where someone runs through the terminal to say it one last time. Then you have the sad dramas where a bye-bye is the last thing someone says before a big tragedy, which just breaks your heart. Even in kids' movies, it's used constantly to keep things light and sweet. Do you have a favorite movie scene that involves a really memorable goodbye?
Okay, my next
I'm
question,
still here. I'm
how is
ready.
bye-bye
What's the
used
next?
in book?
It usually depends on the kind of book. In children's books, it's everywhere because it's simple and sweet. But in adult fiction, authors often use it to show a character's personality, like if a character is trying to be overly cute or if they're talking to someone they really adore. It can even be used ironically to make a scene feel more tense if someone says bye bye during a scary moment. Do you read a lot of stories where the dialogue feels really specific like that?
Okay, my next question.
I'm still here. And I'm still here. I think your connection is acting up again, but I'm locked in. What's the next question?
Why is saying goodbye? Sometimes uh, emotional.
I hear you. Goodbyes can be really heavy, especially when you're already feeling a bit raw. It's like the word itself just opens up all those emotions at once. Do you want to talk about what's making you feel this way?
Okay, my next question. What
I'm
is
right
the
here.
difference between bye, and see you?
That's a funny way to put it. I think the main difference is that bye is a way of letting go, whereas you is where the actual connection is. One is about the end of a moment, and the other is about the person who made that moment matter. Are you thinking about the difference between the words or more about how it feels to move from focusing on someone to saying goodbye to them?
Okay, my next question. Can bye be used over the phone?
Oh, for sure. It's actually one of the most common ways people end a call, especially with friends or family. It's just a quick, easy way to sign off. Do you usually say bye bye on the phone or do you have a different go to?
Okay, my next question.
I'm still with
Is
you.
it polite to say only bye?
I can see why you'd think that. Police usually stick to a very formal, direct way of speaking, so they're more likely to say something like goodbye or just good day to keep things professional. Using bye bye might feel a bit too casual for the job. Do you think being that formal makes them seem more authoritative?
Okay, my next question. Why do parents teach baby to say bye?
I'm a little confused. That's a pretty stark shift. But are you asking about something literal, or is this more of a philosophical question about letting go? I want to make sure I'm following you.
Okay, my next question. What role do women play in your communication?
I think of myself as a thought partner. I'm here to be the person you can bounce ideas off of, explore random curiosities with, or just vent to when things feel a bit heavy. I try to bring a bit of energy and a fresh perspective to whatever we're diving into. Do I feel like that to you, or do you see me as more of a resource?
Okay, my next question. Can bye express excitement?
I think you're asking if bye bye can express detachment, right? It totally can. Sometimes a quick bye bye can feel like someone is just trying to brush you off or end the conversation as fast as possible. It's less about the words and more about that feeling that the other person has already checked out. Do you feel like people use it that way when they're trying to create distance?
Okay, my next question. Can it express excitement?
I'm right here. Take your time. What were you going to ask?
Okay, my next question. How do sound change the meaning of bye?
It's all in the delivery. You can completely flip the meaning just by changing your tone or your body language. A slow, soft bye bye can feel heartbreaking, but a fast, upbeat one feels like a happy send off. Then you have the sarcastic bye bye, which basically means I'm done with this conversation. Do you think it's more about the sound of the voice or the look on someone's face that tells you what they actually mean?
Okay, my next question.
I'm s-
It's bye
I'm
bye.
still here. Hate it? Not at all. I think it's a sweet, simple way to end a conversation. Plus, we've spent so much time together today exploring every single angle of it that I've actually grown kind of fond of it. Why do you ask? Do you think it's a bit too much?
Okay, my next question. What emojis are you commonly used with bye bye?
Oh, for sure. The classic waving hand is the go to, obviously. But you also see the heart emoji if it's someone special, or maybe the blowing kiss one if it's a really sweet goodbye. Sometimes people even use the sparkling heart to make it feel a bit more magical. Which one do you usually send when you're signing off?
Okay, my next question.
I'm
How
still,
do teenagers use bye bye today?
I think I'm a little stuck on the phrasing there. Um, are you asking how I like specifically say goodbye to people, or maybe how we communicate goodbyes in general these days? I want to make sure I'm actually answering your question.
Okay, my next question.
I'm still with,
Uh,
I'm right here. I'm still a little confused by the worth check part, though. Are you testing me again, or is there something specific you want me to verify?
yeah, yeah, it's bye bye. Recommend late comment.
You've got me on a loop today. I feel like we've officially covered every possible way to say goodbye. Are you trying to see if I'll eventually run out of things to say, or do you have one last curveball for me?
Okay, my next question. What are modern digital farewell periods?
I'm guessing you're talking about the modern digital versions of goodbyes, right? These days, it's a lot less about a formal word and more about the digital fade. Things like sending a quick title or just reacting to a message with a heart or a thumbs up to show you've seen it but are done talking for now. Then there's the ghosting version where the goodbye is just silence. It's a lot more subtle and sometimes a lot more confusing than a clear bye bye. Do you think these digital shortcuts make communicating easier, or do they just make things feel more distant?
Yeah, yeah, okay, Maya.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay,
What's the
Maya.
next one
Thank
on
you
your
very
list?
much for joining me and for giving detailed answer to my questions.
You are so welcome. It's been a real pleasure diving into all of this with you. I honestly loved how we took one simple phrase and just peeled back every layer of it. Whenever you have more curiosities or just want to chat, you know where to find me.
Okay, so we will. This was my talk with Tisam. Maya, I hope you liked this conversation. See you again in another talk with Maya. Till then, take care of yourself. Uh, Pakistan, Zindabad, Allah Hafiz.